Good morning, internet family. We are tackling another round of spring cleaning, or as I like to call it, cleaning that happens in the spring, because it's just like regular cleaning. There is nothing deep about it. We are kind of trying to get our lives back in order. I made a big list because I was sick of people asking me what needed to be done. So I made a big list and stuck it on the fridge so that if you wanted to help me out, you could go look at the list and you could figure it out for yourself without me having to beg for anyone else to do something. So I know I said this wasn't going to be deep cleaning, but this table was a hot mess express. So I sprayed the crap out of it and I wiped it all down. And I even took a toothbrush in between the little grooves. Like, I love this table, but I have to say, those tiny little grooves like in between each of the planks is so annoying because crumbs get stuck in there, and kinetic sand gets stuck in there. Just like literally everything gets stuck in there. It's disgusting. So I took a toothbrush and I sprayed it and I scrubbed it and gave the chairs a good wipe down. And then once the table was clean, I went over it with the I think it's the Method brand, the sweet almond spray. That's like a wood conditioner cleaner. And then I decided I needed to clean the sideboard because when my surfaces are tidy, yeah, there you go. When my surfaces are tidy and they're not completely cluttered with a bunch of crap, everything just is so much easier. And now I'm taking out stuff from underneath. This side of the cabinet it's sort of like our catch-all. The other side has our nice dishes and stuff in it. But I went through and I pulled out a bunch of Casper's like painted birdhouses. We used to just get like the blank birdhouses from the craft store, and then he would paint layers upon layers upon layers on top of them. And poor Felix fell asleep on the couch. I say poor Felix, like he's not supposed to nap, but sometimes he just can't keep himself awake, and you look over at him and he's conked out on the couch. So I took this opportunity to attempt to trim his claws because he's clearly a cat. And I think I got like 2 done. And then he just like turtled. And that was the end of it. But, it's better than nothing.
I give up.
Yeah, I give up. He also has pillow marks on his face, which is cute. On to the next step, I wanted to tackle the mantle because like every other surface in my house, it becomes a catch-all because it is one of those places that Casper can reach stuff, but Felix can't. So anything we don't want Felix to get ends up on the mantle. So that means the TV clicker, there's a Monopoly game up there. When he wakes up in the middle of the night and Peter has to bring him downstairs because otherwise he'll wake everybody else up, any toys that make too much noise, Peter either puts on the other side of the baby gate or he puts up on the mantle because Felix can't get them then. And then it's a little bit more quiet and maybe Peter gets to sleep. But otherwise, the mantle, yeah, just a giant catch-all. So that pile of stuff there, that is to go down to the basement. Casper's Lego truck eventually made it up into the glass cabinet up in their bedroom. And then that big diaper changing thing, the big basket of like toilet training stuff, I moved out to the laundry room because I was sick of looking at it. It has since made its way back into the family room so that I have access to it. And those cookies, no, we don't hide food in our house, but those cookies were there for if we ever managed to catch Felix doing something on the potty as sort of like a reward. But yeah, it hasn't really happened. Otherwise, everything needed a good dusting, so gave it a good spray, wiped it down with a damp microfiber, and yeah, the underneath, like where you turn your fireplace on and off and like can adjust the fan settings, oh my god, it was so dusty and disgusting. Even Casper was like, whoa, like what's under there? Yeah, so exciting. Okay, it is just past noon. I'm going to take a break. The mantle is clear. I can't even remember the last time it was clear. Probably pre-Christmas because it's a catch-all. It becomes a catch-all for everything. The mantle's clear. The sideboard was clear, but like I have painted birdhouses on it right now that we are going to affix to the fence in the backyard somewhere. I need to tackle, I gotta turn you again. I need to tackle this shelf here. It's got a lot of like toys that have, it's like the small bits of toys. So like the ones that we get nervous with like Auggie and Felix having. Mostly Auggie, but kind of Felix too. But yes, I'm gonna charge my camera battery and take a break for lunch and hydration. Casper wants to tell you about something.
So, apples do have water in them, but not as much as a full water bottle.
That's true. That's important information. High five. Thanks, man. And now we know. Now back to your regularly scheduled programming. I'm finally pulling the oven out to clean in behind it. I have done this probably once or twice before. It definitely doesn't happen often. There's so many treasures back here.
What treasures?
So many treasures.
Come with us and we will discover them all.
What treasures do you need?
There's a spoon, 2 syringes, another spoon and a fork, and a package of fruit snacks, and sundry crumbs.
Wonder how they got back there. Wait, I see something else.
What?
There is also a glow up like
Oh, a glow
black
stick.
thing.
A glow stick. Yep, there was a lot of junk back here and a lot of crumbs because our toaster is always plugged in like right beside the oven. That's disgusting.
Hi.
Hello? Nice slow-mo, nice spritz. Yep, I gave this a good scrub. There is a lot of fuzz, a lot of cat fluffs, and Casper wanted to help me vacuum, so he went and got the vacuum, and he's vacuuming in behind to try and get as many crumbs up as he can, and then Mommy had to take over because I wanted to get as much out as possible before I climbed back in there. Also, in advance, really tight quarters, so bad camera angles, but, you know, we'll deal with it, it's fine. So I sprayed the cupboards, like the sides of the cupboards, I sprayed the floor, I wiped the baseboards, and I just did everything, like, with a cloth by hand, because it was just easier than trying to get anything else back here. And then once it was all sprayed, both sides were wiped down and everything, I pushed the oven back in and gave the top a good wipe. And then even in that like crack there, I sprayed it and then tried to really wipe it out because lots of grease and like splatters and stuff get in that area and it's so hard to clean because it's such an awkward space. Oh, but it looks so much better. It looks so much better. And then I decided, because I have tried maybe once before to clean in between the glass of the oven door. Like you can see how like gross it is. Like I don't know how stuff gets stuck in there. Like, it's almost completely contained. I don't know. But yeah, I thought, you know, well, I'm not doing anything crazy, but I should give it a good wipe out. So I sprayed the inside really well, let it sit for a little bit. And then I went over it again, just with a microfiber. And I couldn't find my little blade scraper thing to scrape at the glass on the door to try and get, like, the grease and stuff up. But, you know, maybe next time. Maybe next time I'll find it and we'll do that. But I gave everything a good wipe inside and then sprayed it again and wiped it again so it was extra clean. And, you know, it's definitely, it doesn't look like a brand new oven, but it's not. We're not the first people to own it. It was at least the family who lived here before us. It's their oven. So, you know, considering it's not new and we use it, I'd say it's looking pretty good. Yeah? What do you think? I think it looks okay. It's at least cleaner than it was. And I think, you know, at this stage in the game, that's all that anyone can expect from us. We are in a chapter of life that is very difficult. We are also dealing with a lot of medical issues in this household that make things very difficult. So the fact that I even can manage to get my oven clean, you know, I'm going to call it a win. And what I was saying earlier is that I decided to take the oven door apart. So I went and got the screwdriver and, or like the drill, not the impact driver, but just like the regular drill. And there's 2 screws. You can kind of see it by my leg there, that hold the door together and the glass and everything. And then it holds the handle on as well. It was super easy to take apart. Not super easy to put back together, but, I think if I had 3 hands, then that would be easy, or easier at least. But it's not, like, it wasn't perfect. It wasn't completely squeaky clean on the inside, but I got all of the dust out, and I cleaned the glass inside and out, and then I put it back together, and it looked so much better. So I think if I had found my scraper to scrape the glass on the inside, it would have looked like brand spanking new to some extent. I mean, really, I'm not fooling anybody, but it would have looked great. Not to say that it didn't, but you know what I'm getting at. You're picking up what I'm laying down. So it's not perfect by any means, And like some of the fluff's on the outside, but all the fuzzies from the inside are gone. Perfect. Oh my god, friends, it's 20 after 3 and I'm exhausted. Peter took the boys upstairs to give me a little bit of space to take this part and clean it. I'm very glad I did. Obviously, I don't know where my little like blade scraper thing is. It's usually underneath the kitchen sink in the little basket, but it's not there. I don't know where it is. So I didn't get to, hey you, I didn't get to scrape the glass to get like all the grease bubbles taken off, but I sprayed it a bunch of times. I scrubbed it a bunch of times. It doesn't go there. You can put it on the mantle. Okay?
No,
Cat?
I'm just getting this.
What's... Okay. But if you're done with your Jeep, it goes on the mantle, okay?
Yes.
Okay. Anyway, so that's done. And squeaky clean. I have not dealt with the chocolate yet. It's definitely on my list. But other things have been accomplished other than like lunch and what have you. Peter's putting his laundry and the boys' laundry away right now. I'm going to leave the floors because if we eat another meal, they're going to be a mess again. So I ran the vacuum through while I was doing the oven and like pulled it out and whatever. That's as good as it's going to get. The mantle.
Hey, everybody.
Hey, everybody. Who's this handsome fella? Hi.
Hi.
Are you going to... I don't know. I moved the triangle away, so you might not be able to reach the mantle.
You think so?
I think so. Dang, guys, he did it. Nice. I'm going to move it just to the end, though.
Can I watch this?
No, Casper, we've been over it. You watched like 3 hours of TV earlier. Anyways, so the mantle is clean. I took everything off. I wiped it. Looks great. I put the potty training stuff in the laundry room, so like obviously that's kind of unfortunate, but I'm not going to pack it all up, only to have to pull it all out again. Stay in the laundry room, that's fine. Clicker has to stay up here so that Felix doesn't destroy it. And then lastly, while my battery was charging, I took everything off of the shelf and I cleaned it up. And I wiped everything down and it looks fantastic. Toy situation. Not currently my problem. I'm not dealing with it right now. The couch, I would love to clean the couch. Not a priority right now. It's just not. I need to take my house coat, my fuzzy house coat upstairs, and my hoodie. Though my hoodie should probably go into the laundry. Maybe I'll turn it inside out and put it in the laundry. The table was clean. It isn't now because we ate lunch, but I scrubbed it. It was clean for a hot minute. And then I just have to get Peter to put all of Casper's, what are those things called? Birdhouses that he painted, to screw them into the fence somewhere in the backyard.
1,000 years ago.
1,000 years ago. And then lastly, and I might not get around to it, but I might, I don't know. I have this big basket or bag of clothing right here from Bupcha that needs to be detagged. Like all the tags need to be snipped off and then everything needs to be washed and then needs to be like gone through because not all of it is sizes that the boys will wear right now, which means then some of it needs to be packed up, some of it needs to be put away.
That's Pac-Man.
It is Pac-Man. That might be the end of it for now. Let's go check the list. Let's go see. Mostly it's upstairs stuff that I didn't get around to.
Laundry.
This has all been taken upstairs. I didn't clean my microwave. Whatever. I need to clean my floor still, again, whatever, but donations been bagged up, shelf and whatever's been done, bathroom's been wiped, table's been wiped, blah, 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 blah. And then we got this down here. So, my laundry's not getting put away right now, but Peter's doing his and the boys. I need to clean the bathrooms. I want the dresser completely cleared off and organized and dusted, and then dust and wipe literally everything. Like I said in one of my last videos, there's legitimately like a snow blanket, a gray snow blanket on the shelves in the boys' room. So I need to take everything off. I need to dust everything and take it all off. And then I need to wipe down the shelves. But I can't do that without a ladder, or at least the good step stool, because I'm too short. I don't even know if the good step stool would do the trick. I might need like the actual ladder, which means I also need to make sure the fan is off so it doesn't smack me in the head. That might be a problem for another day, so stay tuned.
forget to vlog. Hey, Mom, I remember when I sat on here and moved across.
Do you remember it because you're doing it right now?
I remember it like it was just like...
What do you have?
Hello.
Hello. Uh-oh.
Uh-oh.
You say uh-oh. So it was time to liberate the toys and apparently dryer balls from underneath the couch and open some windows and pretend to clean. Also, apparently my children are monkeys. So we just moved the couch out. I say we. Peter moved the couch out and moved a bunch of stuff out of the family room so we'd have more space. And Casper insisted on helping me spritz everything. So he's spraying, I'm wiping down the baseboards, and then we're going to run the vacuum through back here just to get all of the cat fuzzies and all the dusty balls up and everything like that. I definitely just said dusty balls. I meant dust bunnies. Whatever. And then we'll push the couch back in and continue with this never-ending spring cleaning in spring disaster. But at least my kids are cute. Like, look at that floor. That is a hot mess. And honest to God, I mean, anyone with kids or pets, or kids and pets, like, you vacuum your floor, and later that day it looks like you've never vacuumed in your life ever. And then I decided I was going to steam mop everything, so I'm using the super high setting and going over the whole floor. I should probably have slippers on. But there's spots on the floor over here that just get super gross and grimy. So I'm gonna just steam it and then wipe it with this because it's around like the baseboard and the trim of the pantry. It's too hard to clean. So you can see like the trim, like how it's got all those little like divots and stuff. So I just held the steam mop there for a little bit to kind of loosen everything and then just went over it with the microfiber. Same on the other side. Also, don't look down the side of my fridge. I just cleaned back there. I know it doesn't look like it, but I promise I just cleaned back there because we pulled the fridge out when we were painting and I made sure everything was super squeaky clean. And actually, now that I'm thinking about it, that was a little bit ago. So I guess it makes sense that there'd be a bunch of dust bunnies and stuff there. Anyways, sometimes using the steam mop is really nice because there's no streaks left over and the floor just looks so fantastic and shiny. And we're not going to discuss the giant pile of toys on the playmat. Alright, so we have a pile of laundry to put away still. And the books got pulled off the shelves again. And that still has to be dusted. And all that still has to be dusted. But, oh no thank you. Here, you can have this again. No, you can't have the Lego. So anyways, what I was trying to say before being interrupted is that I got Peter to bring this glass cabinet up. You might be thinking, glass cabinet, oh my god. It was the one he used for miniatures. Oh god, that's bright. It was the one he used for miniatures before we redid the basement and he put the double bookshelf in. So it has a lock and key. The key will be kept out of the reach of little hands, probably up on that shelf, just so it's around. I have wiped everything down. I've dusted it all and I've wiped all the glass shelves down and it is strapped to the wall, so it's not going anywhere. And now we're gonna load in all of Casper's Lego that he's built. He has a couple pieces left to do, and then he has a couple kits that he's like kind of dismantled and played with. I mean, it's Lego, you're supposed to play with it, that he might want to rebuild to put in the cabinet. So I'm gonna load everything into the cabinet. I'll put some Lego and some of his Transformers that have little pieces, just so that they're not around for little hands to get. I feel like this idea was definitely a mom win because he can see all of his guys that he's built and he's super proud of them, but he doesn't have to worry about his brothers destroying them. This one, I'm just gonna set this one here because I don't know. He's supposed to be a truck and also a transformer, but I don't know how he goes together. So Peter's gonna have to figure that guy out because I don't know how he works. And then I have a bunch of like little pieces. This guy goes with this, so we'll just put that there.
I'm not sure what to do with them.
Anyways, I just wanted to say a big thank you if you made it this far. I know it's kind of a long one and a little bit all over the place, but hopefully you got some laughs or you found it motivating or something or nothing. It doesn't really matter. Anyways, also a big shout out to any new subscribers. I think I'm at like 485, which doesn't seem like a lot, but never thought we'd get there. So thanks for that. If you haven't subscribed, maybe go do that and hit the thumbs up. Leave me a comment. Otherwise, I will catch you in the next one and we'll just admire these Transformers. Bye bye.